welcome to your newer sauna. My name's Alex Tyson, the CEO at Found Space, and in this video I'm going to take you through all of the functions and features of your brand new Found Space infrared newer sauna. Super exciting moment, and first of all I want to say thank you for taking the time to invest in yourself and prioritize your health and well-being. It's really amazing to be part of that. Thank you and welcome to the Found Space family. And I'm looking forward to taking you through this beautiful sauna. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first and most exciting part of the newer is the control system and how to use it. Let's jump into it. Okay, so this is our home screen, our control screen. I'm going to go through all the different elements here so you understand everything that's happening. Up the top left, we have the volume of the ambient sounds or the volume of the music that you might be playing. And we also have the brightness of the screen here as well. Up the top right, we have our Wi-Fi controls where we can connect to the Wi-Fi network, enter the password, hit join. It's fairly self-explanatory in there. And then we have the Bluetooth here, which can be turned off or on. And it shows you what the sauna will show up as. In this case, it's newer 40A6. We can connect to that on the phone. You'll have to hit accept, just as if you're connecting to a car stereo. And then up the top right, there's a little phone icon, a really important icon. This is how we connect to the sauna from our app. So this may happen on delivery and installation day, but you might have someone else in the family who wants to connect. Once they download the Found Space app, they open up to connect a new sauna, and then they'll have to take a photo of this QR code and it will connect you to the sauna. And then you'll be able to control from your phone. Up the top right here, we've got these three little lines, and they take us between the sauna control screen, the program screen, and the settings screen. So there's three main screens in the system here. On the sauna settings screen, the sauna control screen, this is where we can control the main functionalities of the sauna. So when we hit the temperature, it shows the temperature. Let's say we want to go really hot today, set it at 70 degrees, which in the newer is very hot, so it's gonna cook. So we'll leave it there. We can get out of the temperature up the top, or we can go across into the time. So let's say we want to go 45 minutes. There we go. And then we can get out of that. So we've set our settings. You'll see it shows the target temperature at the bottom here, it's 70, and the session length at 45 minutes. And then currently it's 25 degrees and we haven't used the clock, so there's 45 minutes left. By doing that, we've created a custom program, which we can either save or we can reset back to the default program settings. I've saved it now. We're good to go, and we can start heating. You'll hear the click in the roof, and then you'll start to feel the heaters turning on. So now the sauna starts to heat, and we'll see over time the temperature will start to increase towards our target temperature. You'll see there's a couple options here. We can stop heating, or we can start our session early. So let's say that we go away, let the sauna heat up, we come back, it's not at 70, it's at 60, but we're ready to get started. We can hit start session early. You'll note that the time won't count down during the heat up phase because the session hasn't started. And so the time will start to count down once you start the session. Now, once the sauna heats up, I'll adjust the temperature. Once the sauna is within 10% of the temperature that you've set, it will change and it will show sauna ready. So if I adjust the temperature down here to say 27, there we go. You hear noises played signifying the session's ready. The lights have come on. The lights don't come on until the sauna's ready. And now I can start session. So if I hit start session, we'll hear another noise. And now we know that the sauna is in session. The time will start to count down, and the sauna will keep at the desired temperature during that session. You can then adjust the temperature at any time. Say all of a sudden I want to go really hot, great, and now the heaters will kick in to a higher level of intensity and the sauna will start to heat. Or I can adjust the temperature down to whatever I like, and away we go. We see it updates down here. I can also stop the session at any time. So let's say, here we are, let's say we're close to where we want to be, because I don't want to do this video at 40 degrees. Start heating. The saunas let me know that it's ready. Start session. Now we're in session. Anytime throughout then, I can finish the session whenever I want. I don't obviously have to go for 45 minutes. If there's 10 minutes left and I've had enough, great. Or I can pause my session. Pause session will keep the sauna at temperature, but it'll stop the time counting down. This is great if you want to, say, go and jump in a cold plunge, or you want to go out and get some water, but you really want to make sure that you do your 45-minute sauna session. You can do that by pausing a session, and then you can resume, and the rest of the time will start to count down. At any time, I can jump into the lights and change the color therapy lighting, depending on what I'm after, or I can tap the color and turn it off completely. There's also a brightness in the color therapy there. Whilst in session or even out of session, I can jump into the ambient sounds, and I select up to 3 different ambient sounds I want to choose from, and then hit play. And then I can adjust the temperature, the level of the sound over on the left there. I can click out of this, and now I can relax. At any time, I can jump in there and I can pause and turn off the sound. In programs, that is where all of the pre-programmed controls are. There's lots of good ones in there: pain relief, performance, recovery, relaxation. When you select those, they will update. I'll just finish the session here. They will update the settings. So if I choose performance, it'll set it at 65, 40 minutes. It'll automatically choose the color, and I can start heating from there and get the sauna ready for a performance session. The third screen is the settings screen. There's lots of nuanced settings here, which is really, really nice. So in focus and sleep mode, and we press there. And what this is saying is when will the screen sleep, and when will it go to focus. Focus mode we can see by clicking in the middle up here. Focus mode is when you're in the session and you just want to see the fundamental information. How hot is it? How long do I have left? And how long have I been in? What's the total session length? And then there's the eye close, which is just the screen on black. I can press here to go back to the start. So in the settings here, I can choose how long after inactivity on the screen does the screen go to focus mode. So if I choose 3 minutes, it'll take 3 minutes of inactivity on this screen, and then it'll go into the focus mode there. And then I can choose how long until I want it to go to sleep mode, or I can just keep the screen on the whole time, depending on your preferences. In the color theme, which is down the bottom here, we can have light theme, or we can have dark theme, which is actually quite nice. Personally, I like to use dark theme when I'm using the sauna in the early mornings or the late evenings. The dark theme and the brightness down halfway is a really nice, it's not too bright, and kind of keeps the mood of the sauna nice and how I like it. So there's the theme there. I'll just turn the brightness back up. And then there's the advanced settings. There's some really great settings in here. First of all, you'll be able to update your firmware of the sauna when there is an update available from the settings screen here. So there'll be a button which says update firmware. Secondly, we have sounds and temperatures. So the session sounds, which you heard earlier, you can turn off from here. There's also some system sounds, which is like a beep sound. you can turn that off and on as well in here. If you're into Fahrenheit, you can convert to Fahrenheit. And you can also change the clock to a 24-hour clock if you so desire. Third screen here in advanced settings is really important. So there's some security features here. First of all, we can set that for someone to be able to change the settings of the sauna, the settings that I'm in now, that they need to use a PIN. To do that, I turn this on, I set my PIN, and then to be able to enter these settings again, you need to use the PIN. Same with pairing. I can set it so to be able to pair to the sauna with your device, you need the PIN. This can be great if you say have someone in the household who, maybe some kids, and you don't want them playing around with the settings. Another use case here is in a business where you don't want the people paying to come and use the sauna to be able to play around with the settings of it. The same here goes for the control panel screens. You can turn off the enable Wi-Fi button and the enable Bluetooth button, so people can't play around with those settings if you don't wish. So really, really important security settings there. And that is the main functions of the control system. All right, let's talk about the heaters for a moment here. If you have a 2, 3, or a 4, you have either 6, 7, or 10 full spectrum heaters. There is no other sauna in the market globally that has that many full spectrum heaters. Why is that important? It means that on average, you're getting 3 to 4 to 5 times the amount of red, near, and far infrared light than any other sauna on the market. This is a huge deal. This means we're getting more of that health-giving light on and into our cells. Really, really powerful. Your Nua comes with some backrests. I recommend using them. I recommend sitting in front of one of the heaters so you're getting that light right up your back. Use the backrest to keep a little bit of distance from the heaters because they can get quite hot. That's a good thing. Chilling like this and just get comfy. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you how to sit in the sauna. My main point here is get close to the heaters when you can. Get bathed in that light to maximize the benefits you're going to be getting from it. And in the cabin in general, get creative. We made the benches flat so you can lie on them if you wish. You're not limited by curved benches, those sort of things. So get creative in here, get close to those heaters, feel that beautiful warmth. Even you might catch me sometimes facing these heaters and getting that beautiful red light and near infrared on my skin, maximizing collagen production and elastin production in the skin of my face. So get creative, get close to those beautiful Sentiotech heaters. They are an amazing piece of kit that you now have. And lastly, let's talk about the maintenance of your Nua. Your Nua comes completely unprotected. You get this beautiful traditional sauna feel of the Canadian hemlock. There are a few ways to go about this. First of all, to coat it or not to coat it. We offer a no VOC lacquer, which you can put on the floor or on the seats, even on the sides, up to you. That's great in a commercial setting where it's getting a lot of use and you perhaps can't control how people treat the sauna. So putting a coating on the timber can be a great way to protect the sauna from the start. Whether you coat it or not, I would highly recommend put a towel on the seat, put a towel or two on the floor, have a third towel to wipe yourself down with. And that way you're sweating into the towels, you're protecting the timber. You might still get a little moisture on the timber, but that's okay. And your sauna will look good for a really long time if you get in the habit of using lots of towels. Personally, I sweat all over my backrest and I just replace the backrest every 2 years or so, once it's looking a bit yellow and sweaty. But lots of towels will protect the timber for a long time. Every 3 to 6 months, depending on where the sauna is in the home or outside, you'll need to give the floor a bit of a wipe down, maybe wipe the seats. Maybe you want to do that once a week, that's up to you. But over time, dust will gather in there and you'll want to give it a wipe. I would highly recommend using natural soap sources, just water and a natural soap, that's it. Or even just warm water, no soap at all, can be more than enough to clean up the interior of the cabin. I would avoid using anything with chemicals in it because the chemicals get into the timber and then we're in a sauna trying to detox and then there's chemicals in the timber. We want to avoid that. So use natural substances as much as you can, and sometimes just some warm water will work for you. Cleaning the glass is also a bit of personal preference. Again, I like to avoid using chemical substances. If you have a good glass cleaner that has minimal or no chemicals, that's great. If you want to use like a Windex or something on the outside to get that perfectly crystal clear clean, that's okay too, given it's on the outside of the cabin. You may find that the glass condenses after a sauna session or during, where you get a bit of condensation on the bottom of the glass. That's completely normal. You can just wipe that down, or you could actually just leave the condensation there and it'll dissipate once the sauna session's finished. Once you're done with the sauna, you then take all of your towels out, either hang them up or put them in the wash. Leave the door open for a little bit, just let the air out, let the sauna naturally dry, and then it will be good to go. It may not always be practical to leave the door open depending on where it's situated, but if you can, I would recommend that. If you follow some of those steps, you'll find your Nua is looking brand new in 10 years time, and you can continue to enjoy what a beautiful, marvelous sauna this is. Once we connect to the sauna, we can open up the app on our phone, and here we have the sauna controls. So we can see here we can set our temperature, we can set the length of our session. So we want to go 45, great. We can even set the color that we're after, and then we hit start heating. The sauna will now calculate, based on the current temperature of the sauna and the target temperature, how long until the sauna will be ready. And then the sauna will heat. You can do this anywhere, so you're on the way home from work, pull this out, turn the sauna on, it'll send a signal to the sauna and it'll start heating. Once it's at temperature, let's just mimic that now. Again, the sauna makes a noise and we see we can start session from the phone. We can come into the sauna and we can hit start, or we can start it on the phone. Sometimes I control my entire sauna session from my phone when I'm in the sauna. So it's completely up to you. You can do all the usual sauna controls in here as well. Lastly, from myself and from everyone at Found Space, I want to say congratulations again. Welcome to the family. You now have one of the most powerful health products in the world in your home. The physiological benefits of sauna, as you already know by now, are huge. So use it, enjoy it, try different settings, try really hot, try a cooler session, try the nighttime, try the morning, get your friends and family in. These products are amazing at what they can do for our health. And thank you and congratulations on prioritizing your own health and well-being. So thank you, enjoy your sauna, and we'll see you around.